Happy Wednesday, everybody, and welcome to the Art of the Name. As usual, I'll be your host, Adam Dicker. I will tell you we have a really good list of available names and a really good list of dropping names for tomorrow. I think you're going to be impressed with some of the quality. As I went through the list, I was quite pleased with how many really great names we actually had in the list. So, should be a good list to go through. Anyway, welcome. Today we're going to go over a few things. I've got a couple new tools that I'm going to show you that you're going to find pretty interesting. Not designed by me, just things that you may find interesting that you can go look at and use. We'll talk about the available names. We'll talk about the expiring names, and then we'll go from there. So it's just 6 now, so I'll give you guys a couple more minutes to show up to the meeting, and then off we go. Hey Nick, how are you? Good to see you. We're doing your portfolio review tomorrow. It's a busy week. Anyway, lots of cool stuff. Okay, see people are starting to come in, another minute or two, and then we'll start talking about, we're going to talk about some recent registrations that I got, as well as sort of how to price your portfolio in a way. Also, we're going to go through all of the names that are available. So there's a lot of good stuff. Like I said, the expired domain and the available domains are going to be good. Hi, Dwayne. Good to see you. Okay, even though people are still following in, I'm not going to wait. I think we're going to get started right away with the expiring names, the names that are expiring tomorrow that are some pretty good names. Some will need some explanations, some won't, but I think we have a pretty good list to go by. Hi, John. Looks like the only one on Facebook. Well, there's lots of people on. I just don't know where they are. They could be on different streams. The numbers are rising every second, so I don't know. There's lots of people on, but regardless, it's good to have you, John. Good to see you. Mark, hi. Good to see you. Yep, people are starting to file in. So we're going to go through the expired domain names like always, a couple chat topics that I'm going to go through, and then we're going to go through a really good list of available names that are available for about $9. So I think you'll really enjoy that. Hey, Bill. Good to see you. All right, so let's take a look at, without further ado, let's look at the expiring names. I think it's a pretty good list. So to make sure I got the right one. I do. Okay, these are names expiring on Thursday that you want to take a look at. So I'm just going to focus in on this part here. First one, doggy vitamins. Sorry, $2.99 a month. Search terms. Slimmer gummies. Interesting. It's for people who want to diet. They're not slimmer gummies as in they're half the thickness. They're for slimming or dieting. 865 people look for those. There's lots of rental car domains dropping tomorrow. I only kept a few in here. I know there was Germany rental car, Croatia rent a car, and there's a few others. If you're into that kind of stuff, you may want to go and take a look at the whole list. I didn't want to fill it up with all rental cars, but Croatia rental car, $907 a month. Cash advance merchants, we know that people are always looking for cash advances, $925 a month. Split rental car, $18.70 a month. I'm guessing you just split the fee with somebody. There's a couple names I left in here, like Sky's Pizza, because there's a lot of locations out there named Sky's Pizza, so it's an easier name probably to sell because there's probably like 20 or 30 or 50 of them. So I left Sky's Pizza in. If you Google it, you'll see there's a lot. There's 920 searches a month for it. So you can probably sell that name pretty easy. Same with Excel Plumbers. Excel Plumbers, $2,100 a month, but there's lots of people and lots of companies, that name their company Excel Plumbers. Veggie Beer, well, it had to be a thing eventually. 3,230 people are looking for it. Progress Lending, however you want to pronounce it. Also, very many companies that have that name that will want to buy this domain name if you can scoop it up cheap. Germany rental car, we already talked about that. 5,570, that's 5 or 6 times the Croatia rental car. Litigating lawyer. This is a great domain name. There's a lot of lawyers that would want that domain name with 5,820 people a month looking for a good litigating lawyer. This one is interesting. It's comp hotels, like as in get a complimentary hotel stay. So you could work with companies and figure out how to do something like that. You promote their hotel, but 5,880 people are looking for a complimentary hotel stay. Electric foldable bikes. Electric bikes are huge. Obviously, electric foldable bikes would be big too. 6,830 people a month are looking for it. Traveling trailer. Lots of talk about trailers lately. A traveling trailer with 8,700 searches a month sounds like a pretty good one. Men's shaving sets. Now, obviously, if you see a name like men's shaving sets, you can look up names like women's shaving sets or women's shaving set singular or men's shaving set singular. Use these names as a guide. There's a couple that I used in this list to grab even better domain names than were available, and we'll get to those on the available list, but I actually grabbed a plural rather than the singular because I thought it was better, and we'll get to that shortly. So use this list as a guide, but you can look at Germany rental cars with an S. You can look at Excel plumber because probably there's just one plumber. Maybe it's not an S. And there's a couple things that you can do. Cash advance merchant instead of merchants because they're only looking for one merchant. They're not looking for two. Slimmer gummies, you'd have to keep plural, and dog vitamins, you'd want the S. So make sure when you look at a list of names, even if you see names listed on a forum, a blog, on social media, maybe the guy or woman who registered it didn't pick the right name, and maybe you think there's value in getting the other way around or switching the city or doing other things because now you know where to put the city at the beginning instead of the end. So take a look at that and see what you think. And make sure you do that. So in other words, traveling trailer could be traveling trailers, could be anything. If you're selling trailers, you would want to have more than one, but if you're buying a trailer, you're only looking for one. Nails nearby. I left this one in because Google always says, hey, where's a good place to get my nails done nearby? So nails nearby has 9,670 searches a month. With Halloween coming up, Hooters costume is very popular, 15,000 a month. You'll also notice that there are a lot of Halloween domains that are expiring in the list. Lots of scary this and scary that, but take a look. You may find something if you're in Halloween that you actually like. This one I thought was pretty interesting. Successful home businesses. That's a pretty good name, pretty good way to do something like this. I did a site, I told you before, about Artsy Awards, and I just got an email from Bark, even though I haven't done anything with them in like 2 years. They said that I won a 2021 award and I should display it on my site. So if you do something with successful home businesses and you want to create backlinks and stuff like that and create a directory, you could do something like that by handing out, hey, you're one of our most successful businesses of 2021. You could do it for Etsy business, you can do it for all kinds. So I think it's a pretty good name to build on, and 15,800 people are looking for successful home businesses. Shared house rentals, probably popular, 17,000 a month. Again, these are names that are dropping tomorrow. So if you want to get any one of these names, you have to get your back orders in before, say, 1 o'clock or noon tomorrow. If you want to back order, if not, you can wait and hope nobody back orders it, and then you can just catch it after it drops if nobody actually back ordered it. You can do it either way. There's 2 strategies for it. Most people don't have all the names that we look at because there's usually very little competition when we try to get them, so that's a good sign. I don't know what they're looking at, but they're not looking at the good ones we are. Managed rental properties, really good domain name, 17,100. I just built a website yesterday for a property management company. So really good name, managed rental properties, shared house rentals, both good names at 17,000 about each a month. VAT calculate, lots of people go to sites to calculate what their taxes are going to be or what their income is going to be after tax or what their gross or their net income is. So sites like that, they get a lot of traffic, but you'd have to put ads on it to get any kind of revenue out of VAT calculate. 17,500 a month they're looking for it. The next one, stand-up desks are huge. Adjustable stand-up desks is a good thing. I think most people would look for adjustable stand-up desk if you're looking for one, but if you're selling them or you have a company, you want adjustable stand-up desks. So that's 17,500 people. Good name. Victorian lights, 21,500 people a month are looking for Victorian lights. Adopting internationally, interesting name, 25,000 people a month are Googling adopting internationally. So there's lots of area for growth there, but I don't know what you would do with it besides hook up to an adoption agency and go from there. Houston Tea, probably a good name for a restaurant or something like that, or a coffee shop. 27,000 a month look for that, so that's pretty good. The only reason I know the next one is because my daughters both at one time or another wanted ombre hair. So I'm guessing Ombre Close is a thing. I'm not really sure, but 27,000 people a month think it is. So that's an interesting name. Oneballoon.com. 33,000 people look for one balloon. I'm not sure what to do with one balloon. It's not even spelled right. All right, we'll get rid of that one. Lunches delivered. 35,900 people look for lunches delivered. So that's a really good name. Good for a catering company. Good for any kind of cooking company. Sounds pretty good to me. Best organic dog food. 41,400 people Google what is the best organic dog food. So clearly, you could do a review site where you're getting revenue from each one of the links that they click, no matter which ones, and you could get a review site up and running. Hormone therapist, 50,500 a month. I'm pretty sure I got hormone therapy and hormone therapies or something before, but hormonetherapist.com is 50,500 a month. It's a decent domain name to go after. Smart interviewer, it's good. You can teach people how to do interviews. So if you have a person who's going for a job interview, you could be a company that preps them ahead of time with Smart Interview and gets them all ready to do their interview. Just doing another site for somebody now regarding resumes. That was yesterday. It was later on in here, but I was surprised that I found resumefixes.com was available. So I registered that last night. I was surprised because so many people have poor resumes. I was talking to a woman who's a recruiter. She gets them all the time. She helps fix them up. She helps somebody fix up their resume. The next day she got flowers and she said, "You need to send me flowers." And the young lady said, "Well, you saved me about $250 for getting a really good resume done and copywritten and everything." So now she wants to do it as a business. And I think it's a great idea with all the junk I see on LinkedIn with profiles that are wrong and they're applying for jobs and resumes. It's huge. If you don't have the right resume done, that's the foundation of getting a job. You're not going to get anything. So Smart Interviewer sounds like a good business to me. International licenses. This could be for anything. 55,000 people look for it. Flange couplings. I had to look for this because I didn't know what it was. It is a coupling for a pipe, and both flange coupling and flange couplings are available for registration tomorrow. They've both expired. Obviously, the plural has less than the singular because we haven't come across the singular yet. Program tutor. This could be for anything. Could be any kind of program. Could be a dance program. Could be math. Could be anything. 75,000 people are looking for a program tutor. Meditative Sounds, very relaxing domain name. 77,000 people a month look for meditativesounds.com. Bifocal readers, 80,000, 81,000 people look for bifocal readers, so that's a good name. Massage outcalls, they come to your house. 86,300 people look for massage outcalls. Again, they would come to your house and give you a massage. An in-call is when you go there. These are for outcalls. South Australian wine, 145,000 people are looking for a good South Australian wine. So if you know anything about it, you want to set up a wine shop online or something like that, there you go. Anti-bark collars, 150,000 a month. Anti-bark collars is a really good name, and basically it's a single product. You could find multiple products that are anti-bark collars that hopefully they don't shock the dog or anything ridiculous like that. I don't know what else they'll do anyway, but there you go. Anti-bark collars, 150,000. Futon bedding, 165,000 a month. Really good domain name. Lots of people have futons. Futon bedding, 165,000 a month. Eyebrow shading, 169,000 people a month look for eyebrow shading. Then we get to the Russian vaccines. So Russia vaccine, 173,000 a month are looking it up. Probably they're in Russia, maybe not. You'll find both Russia vaccine and Russian vaccine are both expiring tomorrow. The next one is nose pain, 194,000 a month look for nose pain. Not sure what you can do there except an information site. It's a tough domain to pick, no pun intended. Actually, pun intended. Tabletop fire pit, 199,000 people a month will be looking for a tabletop fire pit. We've gone through domains that have outdoor fire pits, so now I have a tabletop one. Pretty interesting. Female billionaire, 208,000 people a month look for femalebillionaire.com. If you want really good branding, you could be that femalebillionaire.com that they go to, and it could be a site telling them how to become a female billionaire. You don't actually have to be one. Gift for mommies. Everybody looks for gifts for newborn mommies. Actually, I've been ordering blankets off Etsy that have the baby's name in it, and it's a really great gift, and everybody loves it. So, gifts for mommies is really good. 213,000 people a month are looking for it. That's a business in itself as well. Gift for mommies. Leaking roof repairs, 230,000. Obviously, that's a real great name for lead generation, but it's also a great name if you have a roofing company. Probably I would use it for leak repair and lead generation, but it's a great name. 230,000 people looking for leaky roof repair. That's a good one. Express washer, 246,000. This is like, I guess, a power washer or something, or just an express washer, 246,000 a month. Bride suit. This one I thought would be popular with the way things are these days. There's all kinds of bride suits available that are out there. 251,000 a month are looking for a bride suit. Pretty cool. Thepavilion.com, 258,000. There's definitely a lot you could do with that name, and definitely a lot of places that call themselves the Pavilion, including actual restaurants and things like that, and clubs and everything else like that. So you can do a lot with that. And there's 258,000 searches a month. Personal GPS tracking, 274,000 a month. It's a pretty good name. There's lots of people that put personal GPS units in cars or anywhere else on their laptops or wherever they want to do it, and you'll be able to track whatever you want. You can track if you're not sure where your kid or spouse is going, you can track it and throw it in the car, and those things sell like crazy. I got to be honest. Keto meal replacement. Anything with keto these days has huge amounts of traffic. So ketomealreplacement.com, 281,000 dropping tomorrow. Developing service. This could be for anything. It could be for land developing, could be for website developing, could be for anything. 289,000 people a month are looking for developing services. Vegetable home delivery, 317,000 are looking for probably fresh vegetables from farms and things like that. I don't believe it's from grocery stores, but it could be. Either way, it's a really good domain name for deliveries and things like that. Diet for fertility, 339,000 people are looking for diets that help with fertility. So you may want to take a look at that. That's also quite good. A really good information site. Conditioning workouts, 354,000 a month are looking for conditioning workouts. That's pretty good. A gag gift is a popular thing. A gag toy is something else. Hopefully it's a toy that is a joke. That would be the gag toy for 388,000 uniques a month, people searching for it. Short, sweet, easy to remember. Shading techniques. I didn't know what this was. I had to Google it and see what it was. It was like drawing shading techniques. I was like, what, you just hide from the shade or something? But no, it's shading techniques. 400,000 people a month are looking for shading techniques. It seems to be for drawing. Personally care. I left this one in even though I wasn't really sure about it, but I thought it's a good brandable. Personally care. If you personally care for something, you're invested in it. It's a brandable, 450,000 a month. The next one is retailer wholesaler. It reminded me of George Costanza with his importer-exporter business. Is he a retailer or a wholesaler or both? You can have a list of every wholesaler or retailer or companies that do both, 450,000 people, like retailerwholesaler.com. Free home deliver, 485,000 a month. Obviously, I would like free home delivery better, so you can Google and see if that's available. 485,000 people a month like free home deliver. Ad booked. This is a great name for any company that does SEM, search engine marketing. It could be any advertising company that sells ads or ad space or anything like that. I think it's a good name and it's easy to remember. Ad booked, 504,000 people. Google it. There's also simple presentation, 647,000 people a month. Look for a simple presentation. Maybe they want slides for their PowerPoint. Maybe they want you to do the presentation. Maybe they want anything. Maybe they just want to learn presentation skills. It's a pretty good two-word domain that goes together and makes a lot of sense. Not sure exactly what you do with it. Russian vaccine. There's a singular, 705,000. Obviously, lots of research done on it. The other one I think was Russia vaccine. This is Russian vaccine, 705,000 a month. I left birds photos in here because even though it's not grammatically correct, a lot of traffic and a lot of bird watchers out there. So you could probably get a lot of traffic and photos looked at and shared and bought if you just did a site on birds photos. Minor degree, for those of you that don't have a major or anybody else out there, 874,000 people a month are looking what they can get in a minor degree. Sub-brands, interesting. I'm not sure what I would do with it, but I left it here, 1.2 million. Flange coupling, this is the singular of flange couplings.com. 1.2 million people are looking for flange coupling. Again, it's part that goes on like looks like a plumbing pipe or any kind of pipe. Bike manufacturer, 1.3 million people are looking for bike manufacturers. It's a pretty good name if you're a bike manufacturer, but you probably want to use your brand. Tummy control swimwear, very popular. 1.5 million people are looking for tummy control swimwear. So, I mean, I guess you could sell all kinds of swimsuits that help tuck in your tummy. Loungewear sets. I had to look up what loungewear was. Loungewear looks basically almost like a tracksuit or a high-end tracksuit or something you'd basically just lounge around in. 1.6 million people look for loungewear sets. Care Once. This is interesting because it's a brandable, but I'm not sure what it would apply to. 1.7 million look up careonce.com. So it's interesting. Canvas print photo. 2.4 million people look for canvas print photo to get it printed. 2.5 million look for checking account number. Obviously, don't put up a site where people enter their checking account numbers, but you could do everything on there that tells people are always looking for their routing number, their SWIFT number, or their transit number. It's a good site for information for banking, for how to wire and how to do it, and all that stuff is publicly available. And you can have lots of ads on there for mortgages, for loans, for whatever else you want. Next one, shoes work. With this one, 4.8 million people, shoes work. I was thinking either shoes for work or a great name for a store called not Hey, but Shoes Work. Shoes work, meaning the right shoe works and gives you the best look. I thought it would be a decent name for a brandable 4.9 million people. Management real estate. 5 million people a month look for management real estate. Tips for home buyers. 5.1 million people look for that. Pretty good name. Hot Colombian, 5.7 million look for that. I'm assuming they're looking for coffee. You can assume whatever you want. I'm always looking for a nice fresh cup of coffee. That's my Hot Colombian. Next one. Told you it's a pretty good list today. Lease for rent. Lease for rent. So if you want to sublease something, you could lease out something for rent. 6.1 million people. Tools for productions, 6.9 million. And if your lease doesn't work, you can rent out your dog. Dogsforrent.com, 7 million people are Googling dogs for rent. I guess they want to impress the guy or the girl at the park and take a dog. It seems a little high for me, but dogs for rent, 7 million people. Book the visit. This could be for anything. This could be an appointment site you set up for every doctor in your city, every doctor in the country, every doctor anywhere. Could be anything. I mean, it could be for nails, could be for chiropractic, could be for any service. Book the visit sounds like a really good name. Point in case, it's a saying. 8.4 million people like it. That's decent. Value the house. If you're an appraiser or you want to set up an appraising business for real estate, or you want a really good real estate name, value the house sounds pretty good to me, with 14 million people looking for how much their house is valued at. Local storages. 21 million people are looking to store things outside of wherever they live. Local storages. 21 million people are looking for that. Great name. All companies. I left this in here because it's at 55 million, and I think you could do a really good database if you wanted to, of all companies that are out there. You could do everything from the size, the amount of employees, to what their spend is. You could basically set up your own discover.org with allcompanies.com. Or you could just have it as a place where people can go from any country and register a business. And you could have allcompanies.com, and you could let them register any company they want. That is our expired list for tomorrow. It is a huge list. There's some really good ones in here. There's 85 names. This list will be available to you on the Google Drive that we share with the group. And if you don't have access to it, send me a message on Facebook, LinkedIn, wherever you are, and I'll make sure you have access to this list. It's a really good list of names. 85 dropping tomorrow that are all, probably at least 30 of them are really good, and 10 are amazing. Okay, let's go back to me. So that list is done. And close that out. Let's see, where are we? Comments. Eileen, Good to see you back. I still feel bad because I mentioned your name wrong the other day. Eileen, welcome back. Robert's here. Hey, doctor. I know it's you. Will you be adding this to our software? Yes. And yes, I will be adding the list to the software. So what do you guys think of the list of names that are dropping tomorrow? I mean, I think it's a really good list, considering some of them haven't been that great. This one is a really decent list of names. Okay, that took 25 minutes, but I knew it was going to be a good list to go through. If anybody has any comments or questions, please put them in the comment section. I'll be happy to go through them. If you liked any of the names that are dropping tomorrow, well, I wouldn't tell us those. Just tell me you like the list, because otherwise people are going to like the same names you like and they'll go after them. It's different with the available names. You can post what you got from the available names. There is a really good list of available names. I was surprised at how many good ones are available tonight, right now. So you'll like that list when we get there. Yesterday, let's talk about a couple things before we get to the available list. That's why I didn't put a topic up. Facebook crashed yesterday. So obviously Facebook went down. I hope you guys all survived your 7 hours without it. I actually had to talk to my own family. That was unbearable, but still good. I got through it. LinkedIn was up and stayed up. So if it ever goes down and we have a video scheduled again, go over to LinkedIn and you'll be able to catch the video. I know it won't be the most important thing. I know I missed seeing what everybody was eating for dinner yesterday, but I'll get through it. A couple of products you should check out that are cheap. One is called bluejeans.com. It is a conference service like Zoom. It's a conference service where you can set up your own room and it's cheap. And I think it's like, I don't know, $10 to $12 a month, and you get your own room. So it's like bluejeans.com/Adam Dicker or whatever you want it to be. And you can set up meetings and do everything else that you want. You can record them for free. They don't charge you any extra. And you can have as many people as you want. I use that because when I went to go upgrade to Zoom, because I wanted my own custom username, they wouldn't give it to me unless I bought a plan for like 100 people. But for me, just to host meetings, I don't need a plan for 100 people. So I went to bluejeans.com, registered there, and I got exactly what I wanted for like, I don't know, 12 to 14 bucks a month. Take a look at it. It's spelled exactly as you would think. Blue Jeans. I might as well put it in the banner for you guys to see. I'll create the banner. It's just cool. Nothing really exciting. It's just conference software, but at least you'll be able to get what you want. If you ever need to host a meeting and you want it professional or things like that, you can record it. You can let somebody else share. You can present. It's the same thing as Zoom. You just don't need to have that many licenses. So that's bluejeans.com. The next thing I'm going to tell you about is another site that I just found this week, and it's pretty cool too. Again, I have no money. I don't make anything off these links. I'm just telling you because I think they're really cool and I found them. Check out Agents. Well, let's see if I spell it right. Sorry, don't check out that one. I have to spell it right. Agency Analytics is the actual name of the site. This is a pretty cool site because what it does is if you're operating a business for, and let's say you've got a couple of clients, 2, 3, 4, 10, 20, whatever it is, and you run their SEO or you run their SEM or you run a bunch of different things for them, you basically just add their site to it. So I would add, like, for argument's sake, bluejeans.com, and I would connect it to their Google Analytics. I connect it to their AdWords, and it would give me custom reports for each client that I wanted. The difference is they have about 60 integrations. So you can integrate with website auditors, you can integrate with SEMrush, you can integrate with all kinds of different things. You can integrate with HubSpot, you can integrate with anything you want. It imports all their data and allows you to give them customized reports or white label. So it's pretty cool because you put your own logo on there. You pay, it's not that expensive, probably like $20 to $40 a month, but it makes you look extremely professional. Everything's white labeled, and any report that you're going to send your customer, you can also give them a link to log in, and they'll see your logo when they log in. They'll believe it's your website, and it looks really good. And you can use your own domain or your own subdomain, but Agency Analytics, just check it out, watch the video. Again, I am no part owner, I make no money off of it, but I found it really helpful for me to manage multiple clients. That's the end of my telling you about cool tools. Let's go back to Robert says he's a little wait. This is way cool. It's going to get cooler when we get to the available names. All right, so that's two good tools for you to look at, bluejeans.com and Agency Analytics. I like them. I register for both of them, and I only tell you what I use, so I'm not an affiliate promoting anything. So let's talk about some domain names. Recently, I had somebody call me yesterday, and they had a spouse who wanted to set up, she's a recruiter, she wanted to set up a website to fix people's resumes. We talked about this earlier in the drops for tomorrow. So I was looking for domain names, and I thought of a slogan that I would use for it. It was like something like, "Do you want a job or a career?" Something like that, meaning we'll find you a career, not a job, which seems like I got to reword it, but something like that. So I went out and I looked for domains, and I found what is it? Resume for Career, Resume for Careers, both.com available. But then I found Resume Fixes, and I thought that was a really good domain name. Again, for everybody who's got screwed up resumes out there, they don't know it, but they don't have a professional one. It's a great way to brand it and sell the services. Some people on other LinkedIn profiles, they don't understand LinkedIn is professional, and they've got pictures of their dogs or their cats, or they don't have proper photos. What you really should have on your LinkedIn profile is always just a headshot. Maybe what I'll do in a future class is go through how your LinkedIn profile should look, because you can use your LinkedIn profile not only to get a job, but to find customers if it's set up correctly. They'll actually find you. So maybe I'll do that. That's a good idea for another show. But we'll relate it to domains and how you should even forward your own domain name to your LinkedIn profile once you get it set up correctly. So adamdicker.com could go to my LinkedIn URL. Okay. Next, I want to go over how to price your domain names, because I get asked this all the time. So how do you price your domain names? And I'm not talking about, you can take a list of what you think are your top domain names and you can push those aside. What I'm talking about is when you have a huge list of domains, or even if you've got 100 or 200 domains, even if it's 50, park your names, put them wherever you want, and then sort them by traffic. So I've done this recently with a whole bunch of them. So what I've done is I've taken names, let's say that I think are under $10,000, and then what I'll do is I'll park them all, and then I'll look at them, give them a few days to click. For me, I've got a decent amount of traffic, so it only takes a few days. For some people, it may take a month or a week, but you can see based on that what has the most traffic, and you can start at the top of the list and go backwards and price those names that are under $10,000, and do all of those and price all of them down that way. Don't price any names that are, obviously, if you have any that you think are more valuable than $5,000 to $10,000. But for all your 10,000 or 5,000 unders, that's how you should price them, without just worrying about it and never getting anything done. Go to one site, put them all in. Could be dan.com. Price them all out after you've seen the traffic, and then put them there. Keep your really good domains. I keep my really good domains at a different registrar and in a different registrar account than all the other stuff that I'm looking to sell. And we've talked about this before, about where to what to do with them. So I see a couple questions coming. I'll get to those in a second. But what you do is you keep your really good premium domains in a separate account. So all my 2 letters, all my 1 words, all my 2 words that I think are really good, I keep in a separate account. And the reason I do that is if I lose one of the other ones by accident, which hopefully I never will, like the $5,000 to $10,000 ones, that's annoying. But if I lose a premium one that's worth over 50 to 100,000 or over 10,000 that I forgot to renew, then it's really annoying. So I keep the really premium ones in a separate account, and I make sure that one is always renewed way in advance so I don't have to think about it. And that's something you guys should be thinking about doing. But keep all the names that you want to flip or sell or anything like that in a separate account and price those out accordingly. Nucci asked me, where do I park them? Park Logic. Nope. I'm actually a friend of Mike Gilmore's. I've known him for years. He's a great guy. I actually don't park at Park Logic. Parking domains, to me, is a complete waste of time. All I need is a place to basically field offers. There was a time, I think we've talked about this, where I was making $700 to $1,000 a day on domain parking. That time is long gone, so the money I'd make off domain parking is completely useless. I'd much rather have a clean for sale page and put them that way. So dan.com isn't bad. There's a few others, but remember, you can park them, you can point them to dan.com pages, but still make sure that you have them all registered at Afternic or GoDaddy or wherever you're at. Afternic, you should have them all listed so you can get on GoDaddy's site, but you can register them wherever you want, but make sure you put them on a page without parking stats, unless you're making huge money with parking or something that's going to affect you down the road if you take it away. For me, I don't really care about the parking revenue. So for me, it's about a nice, easy landing page like dan.com so I can put my stuff up there. Again, I only keep it for names under $10,000. Actually, I have a few over there right now. They're more, but don't really pay much attention to it. Do you do both inbound and outbound for your premium names, i.e., yeah, there's no question about it. All of my huge sales, which have been 6, 5, well, I guess I was thinking even some 5 figures have come to me, but 6, 7, 6, 7, 8-figure sales have all come from outbound marketing. They have never come from anything else. So that leads me to my next discussion about pricing. Okay, so with pricing, you're either aiming for guppies or whales. So if you have these names that you know are over $10,000, you price them at whatever you want, and you hold steady if you can, if you don't need the money right away, and you just wait for the whale. You're going to get a lot of guppies come through, and they're going to say, well, I'll give you this or I'll give you that. You can just ignore them and wait for the right price. The guppies can feed off your lower end stuff, and you can wait for the whales to come and buy your higher end 6, 7, 5, 6, 7-figure domains. So that's how I do it, and that's probably how you should do it. Make your income to keep your domains afloat and everything else with your sales from your guppies, which is your 5 to 10, under 5,000, under $10,000 names. But your whales are your 50, 100,000, 200, 500,000, $1 million names. But the hard part is you guys got to be able to determine whether you actually have any of those or whether you're just keeping them as $1 million names with no chance of ever getting that. Happy to help you with some of that stuff. Book a consultation with me and I'll tell you what's actually real and what isn't. But yeah, I mean, you got to be realistic on it. Robert says, after NS5 and S6 is their buy it now page that is converting best for us. Yes, so I always recommend if you're going to park at Afternic, use NS5 and NS6. What Robert means by that is it's ns5.afternic.com and ns6.afternic.com are the name servers. So those are the name servers you want to put on your domain names, but obviously make sure you add them to your Afternic account first, either through GoDaddy if they're at GoDaddy or through Afternic directly, so you can get them that way. All right, we've talked about resume fixes. We've talked about pricing. Again, make sure you have your whales. Figure out which ones your whales are, and it could be just your most expensive names that you have, but you usually need a second set of eyes to make sure that those are really your whales. And sell your guppies to make your money, and you can build businesses and make all kinds of money with selling guppies. You have a lot more guppies than whales, probably most people do. Okay, what are we going to go to next? Beginner's course. It's in about 2 weeks. I'll post more details later. Again, it's for people that want to learn how to buy the right names, value the right appraisals, learn about proper keywording, geo keywords, learn how to find good domains and things like that. We've also scheduled another meeting with the masterclass group for next week, where I'm going to review with the masterclass group how to find available names like the ones that I give you every week. I think you'll really like that as well for our masterclass people. Let me get rid of this banner. We're going to go to nobody has any questions, so we're going to go to the available domain names. We're good on time today, but we have a really good list of available names, so make sure your fingers are ready. I'll have a sip of coffee while you guys get your browsers up, your registers up, and decide what you're going to register and when you're going to register them and where. So for this part, these are names that are available right now for you to register. The only thing that I ask is if you like a name, tell me that you like it. And if you got a name, tell me that you got it. That's all I get out of this. A little bit of enjoyment from seeing you guys succeed. Questions coming at us for Robert. Is the register and hosting business moving forward? Yes, it's almost done. I can announce a solution next week. Are these the name snagger list names? Absolutely not. I look for my own names. I find them all the time. Gene is a great guy. If you're on his name snagger list, you can enjoy them. But no, these are names that I go through manually from the drop list, and I pick out names that are available. It has nothing to do with Gene's list. Not that there's anything wrong with Gene's list. I'm just telling you they're separate names. Okay, so I hope you're ready to start registering. I'm going to pull over the list here. I can tell you we've got 76 names to go through. You won't want all of them. You will want some of them, and it'll be interesting. I'll give you some. There's a lot of good traffic names on here, and there's a lot of things that you guys are going to see that have really good value right away. Definitely worth more than $9. So some of them you may think are not. Some of them you think are. I'll give you a good one to start out just with a geo before we turn to the list. For those of you that know Broward County in Florida, browardlandscaper.com is available with 733 searches a month. browardlandscaper.com. All right, let's go to the list. These are lists that have not been available anywhere but here. Let me know what you got. We're about to share and go. My favorite part, seeing you guys happy and smile. Okay, so here's your available list of domains for today, October the 6th. Winsboro Dentist, it's a city in North Carolina. 97 people a month look for a dentist in Winsboro. If you can get a city and a dentist, always grab it because they pay $125 a lead. You just got to negotiate. Elderberry gummy. You can look for elderberry gummies as well. 677 people look for the singular. Broward Landscapers, 733. Sublet agreements, great domain name. 1,070 look for a sublet agreement a month, and it's a legal contract, so you can sell it through legal services. Coastal Construction, great name for a construction company. There's a lot of them out there already. 1,530 looking for coastal construction. Free node hosting, also very good. If you're with any hosting company like HostGator or GoDaddy or somebody, they usually cut you off and say you've gone through your node limit. So free node hosting means you won't be cut off for that node limit. A node is any action or file that's on your server or anything you do, and they chalk it up. 2,900 people looking for that, so they've been burnt. Exercise forearms, 6,540 a month. Recycled printer cartridges, 6,700 people a month are looking for that. Laser face resurfacing. I had to look this up, but it is a thing. People get laser face resurfacing done to their face, 7,700 a month. Baker's chocolate, a real thing, 12,600 people a month. Economy glasses, 15,000 a month. Sunrooms editions would be better with sunroom editions or sunroom edition. Look it up, see if those options are available. 15,900. Relay emails, 15,900. Hotspot routers, it's like hotspots on your phone, 17,800 a month. If you like trees, Jasmine Trees is available, 24,500 a month. Pediatric chiropractors, 31,400 a month, looking for a chiropractor for their baby. Now, what chiropractor wouldn't want that name? Shift rosters, 31,500 people a month looking for it. That has to do with fantasy football if you want to shift your roster around. That's a popular name. Crowned tooth. If you've got a tooth that has ever had a crown on it, you know what that means. I have had one, had a root canal and a crown. 40,000 people look for that. Expensive, by the way. You can also use that for leads for dentists. What else we got? Malaria test kits, 49,700. Contractor for a driveway, really good domain, really specific, 50,000 people a month looking for it. It's a good name. Employee motivations, what motivates employees? HR companies are always looking for things like this to find out how to motivate employees. 52,300 people a month look for it. They're HR people. Certificate degrees. Before we had minor degrees, now we have certificate degrees. 52,700 people look for it. This one, leggingforpregnancy.com. I registered leggingsforpregnancy.com because I thought leggings was better, but this one still has 55,600. Translator business, 56,000. If you speak more than one language and you want to get into that, translator business is very good. The other thing I'll talk about is you can always set up translator business and go grab somebody, sell the translation services for whatever you want, and then go grab somebody off of Fiverr who'll do it for a tenth of whatever you're charging. You can do that with any Fiverr thing. I was just talking about how sometimes you can find logos for $10. You can find logos for $500. I can find people who install WordPress for $5 or $10, and there's also people who do it for $100 or $200. The problem is some people don't know the difference. They figure, I don't want to use this guy to install it. He's only $5 to $10. It may not be good. Let's go to this guy. And they end up paying $40 to $50 or $100 for something that is exactly the same no matter where they got it done. Translator business, that's another good one. Best face massager, 61,000 people look for a good face massager. Legging for gym, again, leggings for gym would be a good one, 69,700. Bridal gown designers, this is a huge business, 86,000 people. Bridal gown designer, or designers with an S, is available right now. Maybe the singular is too. If not, you could probably try to sell this plural to the one who owns the singular, because bridal gown designers is a great name. Legging compression, 89,000. Indigestion treatment, 91,000. People are always Googling treatment and treatments online for their health problems. Sump cleaning, sump pump cleaning, apparently 92,000 people a month look for it. It's good. Wi-Fi standards, this would be an information site probably, but could have Wi-Fi standards for every country. You could talk about Wi-Fi 6, 2.4, 5.2, 6, whatever you want. You can go through all the different standards for every country and have an information site. Stone chess sets, lots of people collect these things. 102,000 people are looking for information on stone chess sets. You could just sell them chess sets through affiliate links. For those of you that are into green stuff, forest conservation, forest with an S, conservation.com available, 106,000. Also, if your driveway is not good enough, you can get a contractor for renovation, 123,000 people. These are really good titles, like contractor for driveway and contractor for renovation, really good. Bent toe, I just left that in because it's a little twisted. I don't know what to do with it, but it was interesting. Zen Noodles, 133,000 people. Lots of places are called Zen Noodles. Lots of restaurants. You could basically pick that up and hopefully flip it quick. It's only $9 if you're registered now. Keyboard sale, 136,000. This could be like a musical keyboard. It doesn't have to be like a keyboard, like a computer keyboard. The Disease Control Center, the Canadian and British way, 147,000 people Google it. Again, information stuff. Computer science engineers, 154,000 a month. Coding for beginner, you can also Google coding for beginners, see if that's available. 163,000 a month. Secondary educator, 172,000 a month. Could be a tutor, could be a secondary school teacher, could be a platform, could be anything. Women's Wellness Center, spelt the American way, 177,000 people a month look for it. That's pretty good. Brushes for pets. Clearly, this is a business on its own. You could sell all kinds of brushes for pets that are safe. 196,000. There's also lots of hoodie domains in this list. I guess they all dropped. Hoodie for couples, 225,000. You can get matching cute little hoodies, and people would laugh at you, but still. Personalized thank you cards. There's nothing better than getting a personalized thank you card from somebody. There's places where you can go and even order them online, and they do what the handwriting stuff, so it looks like you actually did it. Or you can actually write them all out yourself. It's up to you. Plant-based milks. 233,000 people looking for plant-based milks. You can look for the singular there as well. Transferring money overseas, very popular. 260,000 people a month. Legging for workout, 270,000. This could be legging or leggings if it's available for workouts. Accessible doors. This is a pretty good brandable domain name. This could be something for a brand bucket or something. Accessible doors could be something that opens up doors for you for, could be a door company, or could open up doors for you somewhere else where it makes things accessible to you that weren't, like jobs, like anything. Toys for kittens, 275,000. People look for toys for kittens. Colors shirts, that one's off. I believe color shirt is in here, but colors shirts is here, 287,000. Really wouldn't recommend in that one. Horizon logo, that's in here because it's a good brandable, and there's lots of companies named Horizon. Where are we here? Headhunting job. Yeah, 320,000 looking for a headhunting job. That's obviously pretty good. I would take a look at that. Decent domain name. What else do we want to look at? What else? Let's keep going. Tire repairman, 332,000. Really good domain name. Legging or leggings for work, 348,000. Skillful workers, 390,000 a month are looking for skillful workers. Legging or leggings for sale, 600,000. Diagnosed breast cancer, 617,000. Legging or leggings for men, 656,000 are looking for them. Hoodie for your cat, maybe good for a picture, but 721,000 people are looking for a hoodie for their cat. I doubt they'd wear it for long. Discover Logo, also a really name for a logo company, logo design company. And yes, there's lots of them out there. 961,000 people are looking for it. Microphone for laptops, could be like one of these new high-end microphones that I haven't hooked up yet, but I have and should hook up probably this week. They're obviously very popular, and they're like $200-300. Colors shirt, again, this one, not good grammar, just ignore it. Leggings for women, 1.4 million. Dates for men, 1.6 million are looking at dates for men. Written proposal, couldn't believe this one was available. Written proposal, 2.3 million people looking for a written proposal. And of course, if you've got a hoodie for your cat, you need a hoodie for your dog. Hoodie for dogs, 2.5 million people. The company values, this is a pretty good name for a human resources company. The company values could teach all kinds of in-person HR stuff. It's a really good name because every company has company values. The government grant, 5.8 million. Interesting. Data processed, 8 million. Pretty good for any kind of data that you want processed or anything like that. Stir Clip. I didn't know what to do with it, but I thought it's a really good brandable for somebody who wants to do like a video company. You could be known as Sir Clip because you're doing clips of videos all over the place. It's a name nobody's ever going to forget, and I thought it was pretty good with 10 million people looking for it. So somebody may already be out there branding and representing it, but it's not out there and being used. Stir Clip is available if you want to be that video expert. Hoodie for men. 11 million people look for hoodies for men. Pretty cool. Questions for teachers. This could be a tutoring or an informational site where people can post questions and tutors online can pay. People can pay for getting them done. This one I was surprised was available. Services for home. This could be plumbing, electrician. Could be any one of the 50 niches that we went through last week on our local niche review. Services for home is a great lead generation site for every one of those services that we looked at. And then Make the Book, 46 million people looking at makethebook.com. So people that want to write a book or make a book or do something like that. Really good list of available domain names. Hopefully you got some of them from here. Let me know what you got, what you liked. These are all available at the time I did this, which was at about 3 o'clock and should most be available now. All right, let me know what you like and let me know what you got. This list will also be available in our Google Drive location for the art of the name under the section. So if you don't have access to it, let me know. I'll get you access to it. And as a matter of fact, while you guys are typing your names, I'm just going to go and upload it right now so you don't have to do anything except go get it. So I will delete the ones from last week and I will put up these ones right now. Let me know what you like. Let me know what you think. And I'm uploading them now. So let me delete the available now that's there. And let's delete the expiring September 30th because nobody cares anymore. The available now list is uploaded and the dropping tomorrow list is now uploaded. So you can go to the Google Drive location now. You will find both of those files in there and you can do whatever you need to do. Anybody have any comments, questions? There must be a ton of them coming in. What names did you get? What names did you like? I thought these were two really good lists. I'm going to have to look over the list for tomorrow's drops and see what I actually like in there because there's a few that I would consider going after. And then I'll also take a look at some of the available names from today. I just can't get over doing these available names and the research that I do every Wednesday. It motivates me to do it every day, but I still haven't done it every day because I just don't have the time. But I'm truly amazed at some of the names that we find that I post for you guys that are not found by anybody else. I don't know what kind of research they're doing or how they're doing it. But if you're in the masterclass, I'm going to show you exactly what I did to get that list when we go through it on, I think it's Monday. And we'll go through the list for Tuesday or Wednesday or both of them, and we'll go through all of them and show you what's there and what's available. So I know you're busy typing, Robert, you especially, and a few of the other ones. If David's here, he's busy typing. Tell me what names you got, what names you liked, and let's go through them. Where does the tool pull search volume from? Is it from? It is definitely from Google results. It pulls it directly from the Google API. It is the same information that you get when you use Keywords Everywhere, which is a tool, a plugin that you can add to Google. So yeah, it pulls it right from the Google API. It doesn't go through, but it uses the same results as the Google search. You can find the tool at the expireddomainsearchtool.com. It's a one-time fee, lifetime fee. It's $500, and then you have it forever. And I use it every day, and most people that have bought it use it every day. You'll really like the tool. Any comments? Okay, so here we go. We're starting to get some come up. Dwayne Miller. Translator business. Love that name. Toys for Kittens. You know people are going to want to go there. You can either build a site or sell the domain name. And Microphone for Laptops is a really good domain name. I mean, you sell one microphone or you have one affiliate sale for a microphone, you've more than paid for the domain name, especially using these mics, whatever brand name this is. It's a Yeti, I think. I don't know, blue. I can't even see the brand, so whatever. Anyway, good for you for getting those names. Those are really good names. I really like translator business too, because lots of businesses are based on translations. So definitely you want to take a look at that. Anybody else get any other ones? I noticed some people just come grab the names and then leave and don't even bother telling me what they got. So if you did pick up some, please let me know what you got and what you liked, and then we can go from there. Anybody else have any questions? It was a good group tonight. That I can tell you. I see them. We have people tonight from the Art of the Name. We've got them from the masterclass. We've got them from my Facebook profile. We have them from LinkedIn, from YouTube, from Twitter, and from Twitch. So we have people from everywhere tonight, and it shows me the numbers individually. Good group of people. Anybody have any questions or anything else, or want to post some of the names they got before I say good night? Somebody else. I can always rely on Bill and Dwayne to post something. Contractor for renovation and indigestion treatment. Yeah, those are both great names. They're starting to post now. I like those. I really like the contractor for renovation. I like the contractor for driveway. I like indigestion treatment because people are going to Google that stuff, and those are definitely things that you will find that are good. Let's see, the government grant. Yeah, that's a great information site. People are gonna be doing it. Written proposal. Yeah, Mark, that is a great name. I'll tell you, Mark, you won't like this, but that's probably one of the best names you have now in your portfolio. Written proposal is a good name where you can sell every kind of legal proposal you want through that site. It's a good name. I can only say that because I've looked at all your names. They're not, no, there's other names that are good too. Could I post a list of names again? You stepped away from your keyboard. They're posted in the Art of the Name Google Drive. So you can look for them there. If you don't have access, send me a message on Facebook. I can actually post a link to the Google Drive now here, so you can go ahead and ask me right now by clicking the link to get access. That way you don't have to wait. So let me get that link that's shared, and then you can ask for, it'll just ask you to request permission, then I'll set you up for permission. We got a lot of people in there. Anyway, I'm getting the link for you now. It shows me who's in it. I'll post it here. There you go. So if you need access to the link, you can click that, or you can message me directly on Facebook or anywhere you want, and I'll give you access to the Google Drive for the Art of the Name. We are always updating files, and after every show, I update the expiring names as well as the available names list goes there. Anybody else have any questions? Mark, I really like written proposal and some of the other ones you guys got. Well, I don't see any other questions coming in. You guys are pretty quiet tonight. Either you're typing or you're getting ready to go relax. Thank you very much. I appreciate everybody showing up, and I appreciate you guys. And I will talk to you soon. Everybody have a great night. And I hope you got some really good, valuable free names. And I hope you do extremely well in tomorrow's expired domains list. Have a great night. And thanks again. Bye-bye.